Welcome, beautiful yogis. We're here together to relax, to reset our nervous system, and in doing that, we are able to access our natural state of bliss. So, welcome. We'll begin in the open book pose. We've got the two blocks with the bolster forming a nice support for your spine. Make sure that the top end is higher than the bottom end, and we're not sitting on the bolster, we're sitting just at the end of it. And as we lie back, the head's going to be a little higher than the hips, and the forehead a little higher than the chin. So sometimes it's nice to have a little pillow for your head. And then we've got two blankies for the leggies to rest on. So settle yourself. Settle, adjust, get your props just right. Those blankies can also support your elbows, so pull them up a little bit, and then the feet touch, and we can just lower the gaze and take a deep inhale through your nose. This is a big breath, a full breath, hold it a moment. And then please blow it away through your pursed lips. Keep emptying until you're ready to breathe in again through the nose. Feeling the expansion of a conscious, deep, full breath, a little pause, and then we'll blow the breath away. Let's do that one more time, this opening breath, to help bring our awareness, our attention right into the body. And at the end of this breath, we'll go to nasal breathing, so that's in nose and out nose. Continuing now with your beautiful inhalation. Let's hold the breath, and through your nose, exhale. Great, so we'll breathe to a rhythm. Your inhalation, a silent count of 6. A little hold for 2 counts. And then the exhalation is for 8 counts. And repeat this breath. And so this inhalation, filling your body with love, with well-being, treasuring it for that holding moment. And then as you're ready to exhale for 8, that love, that well-being fills your whole body, all the cells. You're letting the breath go, you're counting to 8, and we've got this inflow of love. Can you stay with this? The inhale for 6, the in-pouring of all that's beautiful, loving, content. You treasure it for the 2 counts, and the exhalation is that distributing throughout your body, and even letting it spill beyond the skin of your body. Continuing the counting breath. And this exhale for 8 fills not only all the cells, distributing it, spilling around you, and even to a larger field around you. This peace, this well-being. Let's do 2 more cycles, please. Cueing yourself. It's beautiful, distributing on the smooth, controlled, counting exhalation of 8. That brings this well-being, this loving energy to surround you. To imagine that as an egg shape. And as you complete this counting breath, and you see and feel and sense yourself in this beautiful egg-shaped field of light and love, know that you are safe, that you can let go your stress, that you can let go whatever might be bothering, challenging you. That exhalation now being the vehicle of letting go. Breathing it away, letting it waft away. And so we're easily triggered and upset, little things. Our nervous system needs to be recalibrated regularly. There's so many stressors around us. And so our practice today does focus on that, as does any good yoga practice. And we have the context now of winter. We're wintering. And we know what the animals do. They like to burrow in and hibernate and do less. And so even though the year has started with a startling number of surprising events in your own locality, in your own life, or even in the global news, now we are withdrawing from all of that to burrow in and to rest in your internal reflections, breathing and sensing and feeling. This particular shape is an opening in the physical body of your ribs, your breathing apparatus, as the shoulders naturally fall back. Creating this lovely big rib cage, heart space. Your soft belly allows for your diaphragm, big breathing muscle that separates your heart and lungs from your tummy and the place where our food goes. When we relax the tummy, the diaphragm can move down more, drawing in more air. And when we relax and let the breath go out, the diaphragm moves up, letting that air out. So we'll be doing a lot of conscious breathing in today's practice, as well as little reflections on the season of winter, when nature takes a rest, and so can we. And so as you stay in this shape a little longer, allowing the opening in the heart, the breath, the hips, the inseam of your legs, practice that opening breath. 6 in, little pause, and 6 out. Hilary Nichols, she says, in the silence of winter, we are invited to evaluate how we want to use our precious life force. Take the time to look inside your heart. It's your heart that carries the instructions from your soul and always knows what you most desire in life, what you most deeply wish to experience and to share. What we love most should inform what we do and how we do it. And winter is a perfect time for investigation and reconnection. Rest in your silent, modulating breathing. Allowing to arise from within your being sensations that perhaps you weren't aware of. Perhaps there is more fatigue, more stress than you thought. This is part of the investigation and reconnection with ourselves. And let it feel good to just rest here and be in your own breath. You've given yourself the gift of showing up to this practice so that you can drop in this way. Breathing in this particular way does call on your attentiveness, your commitment. So we're not just floating off. We're present and yet building this quality of ease and relaxation. And if you are feeling stressed or fatigued, have a sense of that just leaving with each exhalation. Give it to Mother Earth. It seems that we are recognizing more and more collectively how the Earth truly is our mother, nurturing, providing stability and safety. As we learn to love her and respect her in return. There's a flow of consciousness from yours to the earth itself. It's not a separate object. She is alive. Laden with gifts for us. Allowing the breath to sense this reciprocity between our awareness and awakeness, recognizing the earth too is conscious. We're coming now to completion of our opening pose. You can help your knees back together using your hands. Just draw them back up together. Roly-poly gently off your bolster setup. And let's get rearranged now for our forward-facing revolved child's pose. The bolster can stay. We just rearrange the blankets, one to sit on and the other to support your legs. So let's have that other blanket on the right side of the mat. And as we come closer to the bolster, we'll drop down on the left buttock, meaning that the legs are on the right side. And then we can use that other blankie for the top knee or the other leg. See what works for you. So now we're going to lift and turn the trunk. It's always nice to do that with an inhale, lifting up. And then the exhale allows us to come forward. So you can walk your hands and slowly lower the middle of your torso and come right onto it. So you always bring the bolster a little tucked into your tummy so that we lie forward in the middle and rest on the left ear. And remember, a blanket under your head can feel really good. And this is a kind of snuggling in pose. Snuggling in, curled up like a child, like a baby. And feeling yourself held here, held and embraced in a place of safety and comfort. So safe that all you need to tend is your breathing. And that inhalation is pushing from the inside into your ribs and your tummy. And then the exhalation is a softening of all of that and allows the weight of the body to drop a little bit more deeply into the support of your bolster. And as we settle in here, I invite you to take our next breath practice, completely different. This time our inhalation is to 4 counts. And we're going to hold the breath for 7 counts. And now the exhalation is 8 counts. Feel how that's slowing everything down. At the end of the exhalation, you've reached 8. Come back to the inhale for 4. Hold for 7. And the exhalation is for 8 counts. And now please stay with this pattern of breathing. 4 in. Hold for 7. I know you're counting, but have a sense of what your body-mind is kind of hovering, holding, treasuring, and then releasing for the count of 8. And how your weight releases as well. The air, the weight of the body, and anything that we're intending to release. Here comes the next one. Please stay with this breathing pattern. Give it your full attention. It's a little practice, and you know how practices are. We have to repeat and do over and over. But it will bring exactly what we long for, is a deep peace and a relaxed state and a quieter mind. We come now to the last counting breath in this shape. Which when you complete it, let go the count, let go the diligence of that practice, and allow your attention to drop deeply into your body so you can feel the more subtle sensations as you witness your breath breathing you in the way it wants to, needs to now. Witnessing physical sensations, thoughts, emotions, whatever it is, be present. No fighting them, no trying to dispel them. In fact, meet them all. Welcome them. How brave you are for slowing down, for not finishing that to-do list. How courageous you are for not crossing that finishing line because your body said, enough. How fearless you are for choosing the quiet of your soul over those voices driving you always towards more. How bold, how rebellious you out there, honoring your own natural rhythm, going against the culture's breakneck speed. So let's go to the second side in this pose now. Make your way up and navigate your body so that we'll be doing the same shape, revolved child's pose, but sitting on your right buttock, close to the bolster. Bring that other blanket across so that it supports your top knee or leg. We're all zigzaggy with the legs, and then we get another go at lifting the spine upright in this rotated position, and then slowly catch the exhalation, and forward and down we go. And there's this incremental support. Can you feel it as you go down? And then your arms, your hands rest, and finally your head, your right ear comes to rest. Dropping completely into that. Completely letting gravity take you. Gravity, the love of Mother Earth, drawing us to her, keeping us with her, stable and supported, provided for. Feeling safe now as we come back into that 4, 7, 8 breath. So the in is 4, the hold is 7, and the exhale is 8 counts. So your mind now resting on the breath while cueing the breath in this very specific way. Part of regulating that electrical wiring that runs through our bodies, through which all experiences have to pass. And a lot is blowing at us collectively. And here we are in hibernation, but breathing consciously, diligently in this particular practice. Staying with this pattern, this pattern of breath signaling the body that you are safe and that all is well. And as the body comes into that all is well state, it can really do its magic, following the wisdom, the healing wisdom in the body, to regulate the hormonal system, the endocrine system, the heart, lymphatic, all the organs. Everything works a lot better when we are in the restful place. We know that stress causes so much of our illness, diseases, and our culture is built on stress, and it is very stressful, and we must, as we are, withdraw and soothe ourselves. We're doing it together with this particular breath. Just a few more cycles. this great Mother Earth can take everything from us. There is no anger, no grief, no sorrow, no loss that she cannot take from you. She is a great mother. In this winter time, doing what we're doing. Allowing the next measured breath to be the last one in this sequence. To, as you complete, drop again into fully experiencing your body, little throbs, sensations. Knowing that your breath is breathing you exactly right now. We're in the allowing place, and the allowing place is the healing place. And we know our culture rewards those. We tend to make heroes of those hungry with ambition, relentlessly doing and producing always more. And we applaud those who refuse to stop or rest, who push themselves so hard in the name of achievement that they sacrifice their body and soul and heart in the process. We celebrate those who are ill and aging and never show it, never slow down, never reveal a moment of vulnerability. Perhaps this drivenness can be heroic at times. It can be necessary for survival at times. But let's make heroes of those who slow down. Slow down and listen to their bodies, who don't strive for more than what the soul truly needs. To not force or push, but surrender to each moment as it opens. Resting in the allowing place. Lovely, everyone. Beautiful yogis. Let's go to the next one. The next one is either child's pose or the crocodile pose. So the crocodile pose is when you're flat on your belly, not quite flat because the bolster could be under your tummy, and giving a little rise of your hips and pelvis, but your legs are extended out behind you, and you can rest your hands on, you rest your head on your folded hands. Or the classic child's pose, balasana, which is sitting now on your feet. My knees really like a little support here, so put a blanket behind the knees so that it's doable to sit back and then lie full frontal, not rotated one way or the other, on this lovely bolster support. And see which way your head wants to go, to the left, to the right, or to center. And then drop. Let your body become heavy. As you tune into your body, you can feel how it sinks naturally with enough support. So your prop's just right. So nothing hurts, and you can let go. And in this letting go, the breath pattern is the 1-2 ratio. So if you inhale for 4, please make your exhale for 8. Or if you inhale for 5, your exhale be 10. See how that feels. Remember that we've dropped all need to break our own record or to do better. We are applauding making it easy, making it comfy. So, in other words, no heroics here with the breath practice. A 1-2 ratio that you can do with ease. The truth is we can lie to ourselves, but we can't lie to our body. Body knows exactly where we're at, which is why it is such a beautiful practice to really tune in. Tune into your body. It's constantly giving us signals. know that you can intuit this breath practice. You can just sense that exhalation being twice as long as the inhalation. Now, make your way out of the child's pose or the crocodile pose. Move slowly, we have all the time. Make it easy on your body to set up for our next shape, which is the seated forward bend. So we need a seat, one folded blanket, some like two if your hips are a little tight. And then we need something to support us in the forward bend, and mostly we just make a little tabletop with our 2 blocks and the bolster. Now it should be just a comfortable height for you so that you are at ease as you make your way forward, and let your head rest, your forehead at rest. And so this is a more symmetrical shape. And the sense of your spinal column now being long and towards straight. So if you feel that you're very hunched over, just make your support higher so that that upper back also can be towards straight. So nothing is perfect. We're moving towards that. And in this seated forward bend, we'll practice the square breath. So this is very grounding and stabilizing. So each of the 4 parts of the breath are the same length, and 4 is a really good place to start. 4 in, hold 4, out 4, and then hold the empty for 4 counts. See how you go. Just 2 more cycles of your counting breath. We'll stay in this forward bend. But after the practice, the allowing, the receiving, and the observing, tuning in. How does your body respond and feel now? It's a kind of internal listening, not in an intellectual way, just in a feeling state way. It is this dropping in to this inner stillness that is a connection with that deeper sense of ourselves that we could call our soul. And linked in with soul, we find out what we really, really want. So it becomes a very authentic knowing from the inside what is needed in your life at this time. So just dropping into that listening phase. And then we'll slowly come on up. Really take your time and even try to keep your eyes closed or low so you're not stimulated by the outer again. Just coming up. And we'll sit a moment in pranayama in the upright seat, and this is the lovely time for the alternate nostril breathing. So bring your right hand thumb, closing up that right nostril, inhale through your left. At the top of the breath, just close up your left nostril. There's a little holding moment, just as long as you like. And then the right side opens for exhalation. And we stay open for inhalation on the right. Switching again at the top of the breath for the left side exhalation. Continuing now, it's the same side in and the opposite side out. Clearing these channels that in the yogic expression are the lunar and the solar channels. The solar, the doing, the lunar, the reflecting. And how by simply breathing this way we bring balance to our capacity to do and our capacity to be. Continuing to alternate nostril each time you exhale. We're going slow. No trying, no striving. In the being and doing of Nadi Shodhana. So nadis are the energy channels, and the second word implies clearing, cleansing. Clearing the energy channels of the body, which brings the balance between peace and clarity. So when you reach again the top of the inhalation, let your hand rest down, stay inward, hold that breath fully, and then when you're ready to let it go, breathe out through both. Inhaling in both, and now as the exhale occurs, slowly with the length of the exhale, let your chin lower, your heart stays lifted. In sync with your exhalation, your chin is lowering. And then when you're ready to breathe in, just bring your head slowly, with your inhale, back to level. And as the exhale wants to happen through the both, your head bows gently forward. Your spine stays upright and committed for those nadis, those energy flows, to happen. Head rises gently on inhale and lowers slowly on exhale. Coming to our last one. At which point, slowly have enough visual field to bring yourself to elevated legs position. So it really is kind of maintaining that inward state of ease. As we move the body now to lie on the back and bring the legs over this tabletop, or if you like, at a nearby wall, so that you're on your back, your upper back beautifully supported and at rest. You can use a head pillow if you like, and your legs raised in support. So it feels really good on the low back, this, and the upper back. Ensure that your props are just right for you, and that you could feel the elevated legs and how it affects your fluid body. We have a lot of pipes in our bodies. So the fluid body now moving down, following that same force of gravity. Grounding deeply. The invitation now to rest your mind on sound. And even as we stay in touch with sound, allow your inner gaze to come to your brow center, your third eye point. And we simply rest. as the next breath comes in, let it in more consciously and more fully, holding it at the fullness moment, letting your awareness move from the brow now to your throat, and feel the exhalation at your throat. And the inhalation happening at the throat. Soft, easy. How the exhalation just follows. Restful awareness of your natural breath at the throat. Your next inhalation at the throat is a full one. Pausing at the fullness moment. Awareness shifting now to your heart, the center of your chest, and bring your exhale through your heart center. And we rest in the natural breath at your heart. Nothing to do but feel your natural breath at your heart. The next inhalation, a deep full one at the heart, where we hold the breath a moment. And we'll take the exhalation down to the navel. And now we'll do some navel breathing. The natural breath at the level of your navel. allowing again the next breath at your navel to be that deep one. Hold it a moment. And then bring your awareness to the top of your pubic bone. And bring your exhale there. Restful breath, restful awareness at this point in your body. Come now again to that deep conscious breath, holding at the fullness moment. Letting awareness now come to the seat, the place where we sit. Your pelvic regions, your sit bones, your buttocks, and exhale. Resting awareness now. At the root, the base of the body. More and more subtle awareness. Lovely, everyone. And so now we've completed the elevated legs position. And so give your knees a little hug in. We're going to go straight from here into Shavasana. And so make that as easy as possible to take down your little setup. Make your way to bolster underneath your hips. No, bolster underneath your knees, Bolster underneath your knees so that your hips, your low back is now on the ground. And we are in a Shavasana shape. Spacious, open. And as you settle here, we've got the whole body in deep ease. The invitation now is to sense the entire body breathing. So each breath fills all the way to the fingertips and the toes, and each exhale releases from all the cells in the body. Whole body breathing. And then as we let go any particular way of breathing, to sense your whole body alive. It is full of subtle sensations, vibrations and tinglings, little signals. The resonant field of your whole body. Feel that now. Mind quiet, completely at rest in the body, in the place of all is well. All is well. Be here and receive. So beautiful yogis, know that you can stay here as long as you like. Or if it feels enough, you have things to do, give yourself a little stretch, your fingers and toes, and taking your time, roll to your side, drop into a gratitude moment. And then as we come to sit with the prayerful hands, bowing your head to your heart, honoring this luminosity and the stillness and the bliss that is natural. Thanks so much for coming. Namaste.